Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are revisiting our haul from Essen SPIEL 2023.
Yes, it's almost been a year. Spiel is soon around the corner, and I just saw a video from Alex at Board Game Co. So thank you, Alex, for inspiration to making this video. He was going through his Gen Con 2023 haul, like looking at the games he kept, the games that he didn't keep, and all of that.
Like a where are they now kind of thing.
And basically he was inspired from the Brother Smurf, so basically thank you, Brother Smurf, for inspiring Alex to inspiring us. Because I think it's a great idea to do. Because like I feel now we love new games.
Yes, we do.
And we play new games. And,
Yes.
and obviously we play more new games because of the channel, because we want to get through them and to tell you about the best ones, and tell you about which you need, which you might not need. But it's very interesting. When I saw Alex's video, I was like, it's very interesting to see what is actually around a year later.
Right.
We have been speaking actually about doing this because I've been looking at the pictures of our last spiels, like how many games are actually there, and I look at the spiel list from like 2018, 2017, and I see like, I don't even remember those games existing. So today we are doing that video. Basically, you don't really know what we're gonna do.
That's true.
That is like the thing. So I'm gonna get you through this video. I have like some some plans. I might have a little surprise. I might have these different
I'm
things.
just here for the ride.
So we are gonna go and look at our videos or the games that we brought back. As we always say, we bring back more games than any normal person needs.
Yes.
So because we want to tell you about all the games.
It's a crazy amount.
I have to say, first a little bit of stats. We brought home the games that we had like in our picture, which was the ones we had in our video, like the one that was in the middle of the night. It was. Could you guess? That's the first question. How many games was in that pile?
I think 86.
69.
Okay, so
Yes.
a lot less.
Yeah, but not too much. I guess like with the ones we got like a week off because we got like 40 more in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, right.
So this is only the games that we actually brought home, plus like the ones that were here when we got home. So basically everything that was in our video. I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen right now. I'm actually not going to do it because then you will see all the games. So haha, I tricked you. No picture for you. 69 games. Of those 69 games, we're going to start with the ones we culled. The ones that we don't have in the collection anymore.
Yeah.
You're not going to spend a lot of time on those. I'm just going to ask you like, I was a bit surprised on the number. I don't know, I'm going to tell you if it was surprised of how many or how few we culled, but how many do you think we culled?
I think you are surprised because we have culled less than you think. Because, well, I'm cheating a bit because I can see some of the games here.
Alert.
But I think we culled like 27 of those.
It was 30.
Oh,
So
okay,
almost
I was
to the
pretty
point. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on those because those are games that we don't have anymore. So
like physically.
and also because like there might be games there that are good, but you can go back and watch the Keeper Calls and the reviews to see what you think.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna list them up basically. The games are Future Inc., Dracula vs. Van Helsing, Havalandi, Jin, The Artemis Odyssey, Dice Manor, Ahau, Whale to Look, Kirai the Duel, 50 Clues, Three Ring Circus, Evenfall, Ancient Knowledge, Sunrise Lane, World Wonders, Match of the Century, SideQuest 7th Sea, 1902 Melier, FTW, Pause, Town 77, Gap, Christmas Tree, Point City, Orion Duel, The Hunt, Imperial Miners, Neotopia, The Glade, and Gods of Rome. So 30 games, a few of those were really good.
Yeah.
Like I like for me the ones that sticks out is like Evenfall was pretty good.
Yeah.
World Wonders.
Yes.
Match of the Century. And a few others as well like were pretty good. But those like I think were the ones that Future Inc. was pretty good. Jin was good. There was like a lot of good games there. But we cannot keep them all. And those are only 30, so about half of the games. What we are gonna focus on today are the games that we have kept, to speak a bit about why we have kept them, and also the games that are here, but that we haven't kept yet.
Yes.
Or that we have kept, but I have taken the liberty to put them on that pile, and I will see what you think about it.
Okay.
So basically what we mean about this, and it's kind of weird, because we have this collection where we have, I think we spoke about this before, but I'm going to speak about it like briefly.
Yes.
We have a collection, which is part of games we have kept, and then we have part of
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot of games that are kind of in the limbo. We
Yes.
haven't decided yet. They haven't been on Keep or Cull or something like that. Or we haven't played them or felt like we played them enough to make a decision yet. So they kind of like, they're there.
But they still take space and they're still in the
Yes.
collection kind of. So we have like, I made 2 categories. It's the games that we actually like. These are games we want in the collection, one of us or both of us. And then the other ones are here are games that we either haven't played or we're like, oh, we want to play it more.
Yeah.
So, and that is like a huge part of our collection. Like the more, especially like now with Gen Con and Spiel and all that, like games are coming in faster and faster, which means that the stack of unplayed games is getting higher.
Yes.
So now I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Of the 69 games that we got almost a year ago at Spiel, how many do you think that you have not played?
Okay, so we culled 30. I think there is at least like I think it's like 15 or something
That you have not played.
that I have not played.
There's 4.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm really good.
That means that we...
I'm amazing.
there's 4 that you haven't played and 3 that I haven't played.
Okay,
Like that was
because
what I
you
was
played
saying
one
that.
more than me.
So there is a basically we're
I'm
gonna
impressed.
start with getting those out, the ones we have not played yet.
Yeah.
Because there are as I said 4 of those. That means there's 65 of the games we actually have played.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good. The first one is on your side is Urbify, the third one from the top
third
there.
one?
If you can get that one
Yeah.
out. So the first one is Urbify. This is a small game. It's a short game. It's not really a reason to not have played it yet.
Oh yeah, great.
It's a 45-minute game. The thing is, I started reading the rulebook. It was not a very well-made rulebook, so I had some problems learning the game, and then basically I was like, I'll do it later, and later hasn't happened yet. So I want to still try it. That's basically like my bottom line. I always like to try games before we get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I also want to try this one.
Yes.
The next one that you haven't played is this one, Moorland.
Yeah, you have played it.
I played it once.
Yes, I have not.
No, you have not.
That's all I have to say about
Yes.
it because I haven't played it.
You are not. It's not as important for you to play games that you haven't played.
Well,
And I'm gonna not like in general. I mean like before. You're the one.
oh
play
yeah,
games that-
okay. I'm not like I don't have to play it before I
Yes.
call it. You mean?
I know you,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure that you would not need to play it. You would play it, and you would be. That was fine,
Yeah.
and you would be not needing to own it.
Yes. Where's my cull paddle?
So
I need it for this.
I am going to say that we can call this if it's fine with you.
I'm going to say that I absolutely agree. I trust your opinion. We are very aligned in.
Go. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one. So another one to the pile. The next up we have not played is spoiler alert for these games. So coming up later, Senjutsu Battle for Japan. This is one I do want to play. It seems very
It
interesting.
looks really good.
It is a 2-player game, I think.
No, it's 1 to 4.
It's a 1 to 4 player
but it
game.
says 20 minutes.
It's like I
that-
think like some deck building.
Yeah.
You do some short battling. It's one that I absolutely want to
Okay.
play and shouldn't be too hard to get to the
I'm
table.
intrigued by this. Like 20 minutes.
That means probably 2 hours.
That's true. With us, yes. No, I'm just kidding.
And the
yeah,
last one that we have not played is kind of a cheat.
that's true.
Because we have played it, we just have not played this version of the game. And I'm sad about that because I really like Shipyard.
Yes.
And this is Shipyard 2nd edition. So we are going to play this. And when we play this, I am 99% sure that we are just going to switch this out
With
Shipyard.
the shipyard that we are keeping. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, this is just like this is the 4th one. So basically, all the 4 games we haven't played, we have played one of them, and there's a small one, another one, and one we cut.
Okay. That's not bad at all, actually. I thought it was much worse. But like this, the reason we haven't played it is because we have played Shipyard. And then there's more important games for us to play.
Yeah,
kind
so
of.
it's basically have always been on the shelf of I want to get to that soon,
Yes.
and then it just didn't happen. I'm trying to move this around without anyone noticing. And now we're just going to take these games, I'm just going to take a few of them on your side to put them on top of mine, since
Okay.
you know having a smaller
Yeah.
pile. So we're going to
No,
grab
your
these
pile
out.
is bigger than mine.
That is true.
It's
So
cheating.
do this.
Okay.
So these
Are they exactly? No, I'm just kidding.
These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games that we basically haven't chosen if we want to keep or not.
Yeah,
There's
these
a couple
are
of
in
things.
the
Yeah.
limbo.
There's a couple of things.
Yeah.
I grabbed Moon River and Quicksand out of the shelf.
I saw it and I was happy about that.
Because
those are your keeps.
Yes. So my surprise to you is that I'm okay with culling all these games.
Yay!
Except for 12 Ship Trick.
Okay.
Because we took that off the cull
Yes.
pile because we like trick-taking games now and we need to play this one.
For
So
these
basically, that is my like surprise for this video.
Oh, I love it.
Is that I'm gonna be like, because I wanted to play these games more. The games are Quicksand, Moon River, Black Friday. Just ask Thinker Themer how good this was, especially Maggie and Sunwa. They loved this game. Satori, Amygdala, Trolls and Princesses, Sweet Mess, Archaeologic, Humanity, Ratso Star, and Next Station Tokyo.
Like, I would say, because we played all of these games, but I wouldn't say I loved any of them.
Nope.
Like, most of them. Okay, actually, I want to keep one of these games.
Okay.
Could you try to guess which one it is? Which one I want to keep?
I think it is Black Friday.
No, that's definitely a cull.
So I had two guesses.
Okay, two.
The first guess is going to be Trolls and Princesses.
That's right.
That's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the one that I was mostly unsure about
Yes,
as
I
well.
wanna keep that.
Because I enjoyed my time with, of these games, that was the one I enjoyed my time with
Yes,
the most.
I saw it because I was just like, all of these are okay, and then I saw Trolls and Princesses, and I was just like, no, I want to keep that.
That means we are keeping Trolls and Princesses.
Boom.
But that also means that we now
Keep.
went from a 30 games called to 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41 games. So we're going to do 11 more games in this video.
Yay.
Are you happy with that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so those are those games. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the games that we have actually kept. Let's take a look at the games that we thought were good enough. I think we're going to do, maybe we can do one-on-one.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
so let's do that instead. We're going to do one-on-one. We're going to talk a bit about each of them and see like why we kept them. And maybe if there's some that we're going to be like, do I need it anymore? Okay.
Sounds good. 9 Tiles Extreme. This is an Oink game. This is a stress game. Refers to like make a pattern, replicate a pattern.
Yes.
And it's one of the stress games that I can actually play with you and enjoy. So I want to keep this still.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind
this
of turn into a keep or kill.
remember not to mix this with 9 Tile Panic, which is an extremely different game. I don't know the differences.
I have no idea.
But it's another game
But
called
this is
that.
extreme.
That's the extreme version. I like this one. I think it's a fun one. One of the other games that we have kept.
That's
On
why I
my
wanna
pile,
keep
let's do the Oink game then.
Yeah.
One of the most fun games I have played, which is Order Overload. This is the Spiel version. It's super hard. The thing is, we actually played the burger version, and it was kind of harder.
Yeah.
Because it was like so specific. These ones are weird, but when you get to, when you're like, oh, I know the game Stonehenge and the Sun. That is what I know. No, I'm not gonna mix that with Coffee Roaster.
Yeah, because I the thing that was easier with this version is that I'm using like the Mind Palace
Yes.
remembering technique when I play this game. So it's easier to picture like a gold digger in my living room than a burger with a shake. Like
Yes.
a large
100%.
versus a medium fries. How do I picture those different? I don't know. But this is a game I really like.
It is, absolutely. So, not going anywhere. Next up.
Jekyll and Hyde versus Scotland Yard. This is a 2-player trick-taking co-op game, and I really thought they did an amazing job with this. It works so well, and now that we're into trick-takers now, I want to play it again.
Yeah, but we love this game.
Yes,
like, this
we
was
do.
one that I just wanted to play more and more and more. After we played it, I just wanted to play it again and again
Yeah.
and again. So it was just one that this is something I need to play more. And next up, I'm going to do a game over here. Another small one. How Dare You? This is a super fun party game, the first game from a new Norwegian publisher, Lion. They have a couple of games for Spiel this year, Sparks and Godlinks, and we're going to talk about them on the channel pretty soon. How Dare You, a trivia game. It might be my favorite trivia game.
Yeah, because we don't like trivia games
Yes, that's
particularly.
a good thing to know.
But this is like, you can bluff your way through this. You don't need to know the trivia, and it's actually more funny. It's more fun when you don't. Because you want to, like, let's say the thing was like, how many people were born on this date? And then you want to go as high as possible, but not overshoot, because then you can be like, what do you call it? Something. Busted.
Somebody can say, how dare you, and you'll become a silly goose.
Yes, you will.
But what I really love is that I actually think it's fun when I know the answer, kind of.
Yeah.
It's also fun to hear somebody say something that's wildly wrong.
Yes.
Or wildly, like, you kind of can be good at that as well. But it's just like a very entertaining game.
And Newsboys, this is a roll and write game. Yes, it is. Sorry. I really enjoy this.
Yes.
This has like the little addictive feeling to me. I just want to go again because it's so simple and fast, and it's like the combos are really satisfying in the game. But it's very simple.
Yeah, I have no desire to keep this. This is all you. So,
I want to keep it.
Yes?
Yes.
To play it solo.
To play it solo.
Yeah, but I was like, that's all you. So we
It's
we
a
can
small game.
let
I
that
want
go
to keep it.
when you're ready for it. 12-tip trick. Can't really speak about it because we just took it out of the cull pile. But it has coasters
and chips.
as
That's
points.
the thing.
And it has very nice chips. So this is another one that I am excited to play again now that we are into trick-taking games. Suddenly they are the best.
Next up, Tiger and Dragon. This is an abstract game. You want to like.
This is actually a shedding game.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't understand that before I read it online.
Now we've opened your eyes.
Because it wasn't with cards, and I didn't think about it. I was like, this is a shedding game.
I think this is a clever chatting
Yes.
game. We can call it, but now that we're into these kind of games,
Yes.
I kind of want to play it again.
Yeah, and this isn't really a keep or call. But basically, we're going to talk about why we kept the games. That is the thing.
But we kept it because it is a clever game.
Yes.
And I want to play it more.
Yes.
That's why.
So let's continue speaking about that instead of if we're going to kill it or not.
Yeah.
That was just like a side thing, not supposed to be the whole thing.
Yeah, but you know me. I'm just getting. I want to call all the things.
Next up, Vegetable Stock. This, I think, is a very clever game. I think Arcane Wonders has a new version of this year. And this is a 5-minute game. It says 15 minutes, then you're slow. It's a maximum 10-minute game. I think it's a
7-minute game.
7.5, 8 minutes, maybe 9, maybe 15, maybe 2 hours if you're too slow. But I think this is a super clever, very quick stock, like economic stock game. Like it's it's super clever, but done very, very simple. I know it's not your favorite game, but like I think also it's so short that if somebody's like, oh, I really want to play Vegetable Stock, you're not going to be like negative to it.
No. It's your keep, and I understand why you keep it.
Vegetable Stock. Next up is another game that we kept.
Sky Team. This is one of the highlights for me last year. It's an excellent 2-player game. It's a co-op, and you're using dice to try to land a plane, and it's like you're trying to balance the other player in many sorts of ways, and you have a lot of airports you can land on. So there's many different things that like you can play this a lot of times, the different scenarios and stuff.
I really feel like it opened up after playing this basic game.
Yes.
When you start adding the modules, that is going to open up the game and make it way more interesting. This is like a super cool 2-player game, and it's a very different kind of 2-player game. Because many 2-player games are like head-to-head, so a 2-player co-op is always refreshing, even though I don't like co-op games.
But you like this?
Yes, next up we all have, this is a weird game. And that's like maybe the main reason for keeping it. Synergy. We just played this actually quite recently. And it is a pretty weird game, as I just said. You are playing cards, and you are trying to you have 2 number cards, and you're going to play a rule card, and you're trying to make it so that it's a co-op game. It's a co-op game. Most of the people, I know I said it many times, as many people as possible fulfills the rule, basically. It is a communication game with not communicating, so you're communicating with the cards you're playing. It's very unique, interesting, and it has like levels, like you can play many levels like the Crew and all of these kind of games in that category. Not as smooth or intuitive, I would say, as the Crew, but a very interesting, and also not a trick taker, but like a very interesting small card game.
Oh yeah, this is a game that I would love to play with the same group.
Yeah,
a lot
over and
because you
over.
can get like a lot of synergies going, and you can get in a vibe so that the things you do feel intuitive because you know that you are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, and Wavelength is a game
That's
we
another
called.
game. Yes.
Next up is another game we kept because it was
Amazing! It's Evacuation. I think like this was our number 1 game from last year.
Yes.
And it's so good. Like it's so much Euro goodness in this box, and it's done in such a fresh way because you're moving your resources from one planet to another, so you always have to manage your resource, and that's the hard in itself. But you're like, oh no, I have metal on the old planet, I need it on a new one now. And you also want to match a lot of like these numbered actions so you get the bonuses that you desperately need. This still, I think, is amazing.
It is really good. I think we actually did a playthrough for this one. Really would like to do more playthroughs. Like time is not
Flies.
on our side with that. But if you want to see more playthroughs, let us know and we might do more. Because it's fun to do playthroughs. Next up, we are going to have the game we have played the most since Spiel 2023, and that is Hard to Get. And I know it's hard to get, which I'm sad about, because I would like the game to be easy for you to get, but then play it and hard to get.
Yeah, I play this every chance I get because, yeah, we have played it a lot when we go to new people or people that haven't played a lot of games or just want a quick filler to end the night or something. This is our go-to game right now, and it's really good.
Yeah,
it's like the mix of Codenames in Semilo, two really solid games into something really likable.
You get discussions, you get laughter, you get like all the things you want from some of these games. A really good one. This is going to be here forever.
Yes. Pirates of Maracaibo. I actually thought that this was surprising to me how enjoyable I found it. I feel like this is one of the best like versions of a game that I have played. We have still not played the original Maracaibo since we got this.
With the expansion we also have.
Yes, we have that as well. So we need to get that to the table. But I loved how they still kept the core DNA from what I like about Maracaibo.
The feeling, basically, is what I thought.
And also, like, then scaled it down so it's like super quick or like smooth.
Yeah, 100%. This is another one I think it's going to be like a forever keep. I don't know, like, if in 10 years we have too many good games and this has to go. But I think, like, this does a lot of fun things in a short amount of time. Yeah, I know Capstone basically kind of just now released it in the US at Gen Con. It's kind of fun going to Gen Con and seeing like people go, oh, we can finally get Pirates of Maracaibo. Like, I played that a year ago. Next up, how many games left on your side?
1.
Oh, I have like 10.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a few.
Get going.
But you can speak about them as well. Nokosu Dice. How many times have we played this?
Oh, once or twice?
Yes,
but
once.
only in Spiel.
Spiel.
Yeah.
But now we love trick-taking games. I'm very happy I have that now.
Yes.
Because like people, every time I know people saying trick-taking games, like, you have to get Nokosu Dice. Like, we already have it because we bought it because everybody said we had it.
But I really liked it when I played it, but I didn't understand how to play it well. It's like super confusing. There's so many things to think about. I want to play it again.
And it was a bit overwhelming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think this is going to be like your first intro to trick-takers.
No.
Because it's like, oh, and then you have these dice and it's a lot of these and so much stuff happens. Really enjoyable. Next up is this one. Let's talk about that.
Lata. This was also like a surprise to us how much I enjoyed this. This is like an economic game. Would you call it that?
Yes.
Yes. So you are trying to create like a production line for fish and then want to sell your fish and turn order. You like bid how much you can do. So the less that you're able to do, the earlier you get to do it, which I thought was really cool. The interaction there was really fun. That's why we've kept this.
Yeah, I think this is a great one. I think like if you like economic games and you want a lighter economic game that you can play pretty quickly, like a filler time.
20, 45 minutes.
I think 20 is going to be a one-player game, but like you
I
can play
agree.
45, maybe an hour with 4 people. A lot of fun, a lot of depth for that time and that complexity. Highly recommend
Yes.
Lata. Next up is another one that I just want to play again and again. That is the Battle of Versailles.
Yeah, this is a 2-player game. It's like a super thematic game about the fashion show in Versailles, and this is really clever. And you feel like you have to go for many, like there's different directions to go for, and it feels very different to be like on the the US side
US,
and the
yeah.
French.
Yeah.
So this is a game that surprised me of how well I like that 2-player head-to-head in this setting.
This publisher, Salt and Pepper Games, really, even though the hunt wasn't for us, this made me be like, I'm always going to look for their games.
Yeah.
Because this was so surprisingly good. Like when we played this, I just wanted to play. And when we didn't have time to play it because we had all the other games to play, for example these ones, I was a bit sad.
Yeah.
And basically a shout out to Chris Yee from the Dice Tower. I would not have gotten this if it wasn't for him, because if I was chatting to him at that booth, I was like, oh, you have to get that. It's really, really good. I was just like, okay, I will have a copy then. And it was so good. So I'm very, very thankful for that, because I don't think I would have picked it up if it wasn't for that. But now we did.
Yes.
And I'm very happy about it. You only had one more, right?
Yes, you can go for a long time.
Then we have Forced Shuffle.
Yeah, this is a tableau building, a combo game. You want to have the right scoring animals with the right scoring trees and build yourself a little forest. We've recently... Have we gotten
No, we didn't get an expansion. No,
but I want to
I think it's going to be very simple.
I want to get the expansion because I thought this was a pleasant game to play.
I think the problem with the game is that the scoring takes almost as long as the game.
Yeah.
So I like, it's almost like if I played more BGA, it might have been a game, because I have played it like 2, 3, 4 times on BGA. It might have been a game I'd be like, do I need to play the actual physical game? Because like BGA does all the scoring and it does it very simply. But I enjoyed I enjoyed playing it a lot. I would like to play the expansion, and then after that I will choose if I need to.
Yeah, because like right now when we're going through these games that we have kept, this might be the one that I'm so far the least excited about.
Yeah, it is a new voice for me. Next up, we have a game that is getting an expansion, and I've heard from people that it's a good expansion.
People.
And from people, this is the Whale of Eternity. It was nice. Like, this is the Whale of Eternity.
Boom.
Your turn. You're gonna do it. This is the Whale of Eternity. Okay.
That was cool
like
for
that.
like a second.
Yes, or 10 minutes.
This is a cool game. You liked it more than me, but I thought it was really cool.
Mandu Games is like another company, publisher, that just like, we need to play all their games.
Yep.
And we need to do it as soon as possible. The Whale of Eternity is a very light, nice card game. You're going to try to make it a blow of cards, trying to do combos, trying to do a little bit of destruction for the other players, but just trying to do that in very neat, interesting ways. I had so much fun with this. Our good friend David at Manners Maple, he loved this game. Like, it was his number 1 from last year,
cool.
which is pretty cool. And also he said he did a review recently with Ryan, I think, where he like asked, "Is this the perfect expansion?" Like, he just loved it. I haven't seen the video because I try to not watch content for things I want to cover. So we're going to get a copy of the expansion at Spiel, and I'm excited to play that because this is a very clever, small game, and I'm excited to... Like, the best thing I know about expansions is, like, the excuse to play a game again. So it's like we have a horrible life where we can't play games.
We can't play the games.
We play all the games.
Yes.
So, it's my turn this time. Next up, we have...
Oh, try to slide the thing.
Okay, next up we have... Plantanubo. This is interesting because it's designed by Mike and Ode, who did La Granja and also Uwe Rosenberg and also other games. But Uwe Rosenberg, who did all of the games. Tell me about Plantanubo.
It has a cool like action selection mechanism that you're trying to place yourself between the actions that you want to do, and you also place your flower beds into like a Tetrimino style grid. And I thought it was really solid, but so far it's right now for me this is kind of a game on a pile of other games because it didn't wow me. It shouldn't need to wow me, but like these designers, I want them kind of to wow me though.
I think one of the reasons is that we only got to play it with 2 people.
Oh yeah,
so
we
I
did.
really want to play it with more
That's
players
true.
as well. But I agree with you. We liked the game a lot, but it didn't like fell head over heels in love with it.
Yes.
But when looking at it now, I'm really like, oh, I really want to play that again.
Yes, I want to play it.
I'm excited. I know they have a new card game coming, and I think that's only Oda's design from Game Builders that we are excited about at Spiel.
Nice.
This is like having a lot of stuff in it. I'm gonna put it
Okay, you can put it
over
here, and I
there.
can put this on the floor.
The table now is full of games. I'm gonna do another one.
Yep.
This was one of the biggest surprise from last year. Culled.
Culled. This is, yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a you kind of. Please help me.
It's a
with
rondel
that.
game,
Yes,
so you're gonna
thank
play,
you.
move the rondel a couple of times. You can pay to move it more, and you do the action. There's only a couple of different actions you can do, but depending if you're up or down on the map, you get to do it in different areas. You try to build up a tableau of different workers that are permanent. Some are not permanent, and trying to like have because I have these workers now, I can do this action better, and trying to do that in the best possible way. It's a very short game, so you have to like go heavy for different things. You can try to do a little bit of everything, but it's going to be over way quicker than you think. And it's just like, it's so much punch in a very short time.
I agree.
We did a 2-player playthrough of it. Again, I miss doing those playthroughs. I want to do more playthroughs because playthroughs are fun.
Yes,
Do you agree? On
I
Culled?
agree. Yes.
Okay, should I do... let's move this over here.
Yes.
If you
I
do
can
your
the
last
thing,
one.
yes.
And then you can put
And
that
then
over
I have
there.
space for that. Can you come sail away?
Come sail away, sail away, sail away.
This is a...
Macaulay.
Yeah, it's a put meeples into the ship in a pattern.
Yes.
That's Makala. Yes, I forgot the name of the mechanism. And they have very strict spaces, like, where they want to go. So at the beginning, you're just like, oh, this is easy. I can take whatever I want. And then it gets harder and harder. And you want to, like, keep your options open at all times. But also you want to get points. So kind of want to finish stuff
Points
as well.
are good.
Points is good. I thought it was cool.
I agree. I also thought it was great. I even played it quite a few times solo. It was that 15 minutes time where I tried to play solo games, and I enjoyed it a lot. Even solo, I enjoyed it. It's a great puzzle. Like, even though it's like multiplayer solitaire, I really enjoyed it with more people, and I highly recommend getting
This feels like a roll and write,
Yes.
kind of.
We have 2 more games to go. Next up is gonna be Amalfi Renaissance. This was, I think, one of the last games that we got. We had it on the list, but we was like unsure, and then they had only like 5 copies left. I was like, oh, we have to get one, and I'm happy we did.
I agree. This is kind of a unique worker placement game where you place ships, but when you get resources, you place those same ships into spaces where they know now there aren't workers anymore. They are resources.
Yeah.
So it's always this back and forth by trying to be in a position where you can spend resources and that you get back your workers to do more actions. A friend of mine recently went to Amalfi, the place. And she posted pictures from there, and I was all the time I saw her pictures, I was just like, oh, I want to play that game again because this is a fun game.
Did you understand it was there? Like, how? It was not like, oh, that looks like the board game.
No, she said that she was in Amalfi.
Okay, I was like, how did you understand
No,
that was the board
like,
game?
We are having a great time in Amalfi. I'm just like, oh, it's like place.
I didn't even know it was a
Yes.
place. That's how much we care about theme. We understood it was like something, but
Yes.
we didn't know it was an actual place. Last game is the heavy one. It is Kutnahora from CGE. A very unique game about one that is, it's very unique. It's all about like an economic thing where it changes depending on what the players do and what the players play. The buildings that are built will change up what thing cost, what thing are worth, and it's just like and you never have money. You always just sell resources for the cost, and you use that cost to pay for things. And you also have that 2 cards, or like the cards with 2 actions on them, the same that we just saw in Resafa. And it's very, very unique. I think CGE makes a lot of unique games.
Oh yeah, with the devil thing.
Yeah,
That's
deal with the devil.
Thank you.
And then Kutna Horror after that. I think those are like, it's very unique stuff.
I agree. I really like the double cards, so that you're basically blocking yourself from actions.
Yes.
And the interaction between the players, both in like how much the resources are worth, because that is everything in this game, and also how you're kind of, when you create final scoring opportunities, you're creating them for everyone.
Yes.
So it's just like, it benefits everything one, and then you have to like try to do the thing that benefits you the most. I think I tried to cull this one.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, not because it isn't good. I really thoroughly enjoyed it, but it's a little funky.
It is.
It's like a game that I wouldn't play with two. It's like a best with. I would prefer this as 4 actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's so many other games.
Yeah, but this is so unique and so interesting. I would like to play it more. And wow, those are
the games.
A lot of games.
Yeah.
Those are basically 69 games. Some of them we just told you that didn't exist anymore, and we colored on new games. And we talked about the games that we have still. We hope that this was interesting. It was like we did like one revisit video already this year, like the revisit of the 2017. We want to do more of that, like that kind of video, because it's a fun thing to go back and see like what. Basically, that was one of the reasons we started Keep or Cull.
Yeah.
Was basically to go back to the past, not like the AVGN, but like the board games. Go back to see what was there, and this is like a nice way of seeing what is actually still here a year later.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how the games hold up. And I would say, like, this is not that long ago, but I would say that the games that we kept still holds up. I haven't played them in a little while.
Nope.
But I'm excited to play the things that we've kept.
Yes.
And also, I'm excited, if you are into this, to do more of these revisiting videos of a previous top list, for example, to see what we now think about the games that we liked then, how our tastes have changed, and also how the games there holds up.
Yeah, I think like it's most interesting with like the year top lists.
Yeah.
Like the other ones we'll revisit anyways in some way or another.
That's what I meant.
But I think that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it and you are still here, we thank you so much. It means a lot that you are on the other side of that screen watching what we do. If you enjoy it, you can help us out in a very big way by giving us a victory point.
Yes, and we get victory points when you click that subscribe button. You can also click the bell to get notifications every time we post a new video.
And this is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.